Hello there and a pleasant welcome to the national news here on Star Television Network on Channel 21 with me, Hassan Kuruma. For the headlines. As Sierra Leone gears up to join the rest of the world in celebrating International Women's Day on Monday 8th March 2021, the President for the Female Caucus in Parliament, Honorable Veronica Kadisise, has called on her female counterpart to step up and take leadership position in various sectors.
This is a place of learning. In this world, you have to come. If you persevere, you push, then you'll be out there.
The Movement for Public Accountability and Development has on Tuesday, 2nd March 2021, held its dialogue session on the Freetown City Council Transparency and Accountability Scoreboard.
We make I use this movement now for telling the areas or what the council don't do from 2018 to 2021 as we speak to now presently, because within the signpost that they don't say nothing like developmental projects there, whether in a market now, whether in a school now, whether in whatever they do within the municipality.
And in sport, the Inspector General of the Sierra Leone Police, Michael Suvula, has called on the police football team to represent the institution as a team and not as a group, as the team is currently in SLFA National Playoff.
We have to participate in sporting activities. In fact, we are the highest trained sport event activity personnel in the ground.
All these stories plus more making the national news for today. Those were the headlines, and now for the news in details with me, Hassan Kuruma. As Sierra Leone gear up to join the rest of the world in celebrating International Women's Day on March 8, 2021, with the theme Choose to Challenge, the President for the Female Caucus in Parliament, Honorable Veronica Kadisise, has called on her female counterpart to step up and take leadership position, stating that the affirmative action which calls for gender parity is beginning to yield dividends.
2005 to present, and I've held so many committees in Parliament, including appointment, information, and when I was information committee chairperson, I won the Best Honorable of the Year, the award, and now I am the chairperson for Trade and Industry and other committees that I am member. It wasn't easy at all, because the constituency where I hail from, that initially it was constituency 85 in the Kaboro Chiefdom, and that was my first tussle in 2005 when I vied for the general elections. It wasn't easy. And that was the first time for a female to even attempt to be a member of Parliament. Initially, it was men. And I was threatened, I was humiliated, intimidated by some people, some group of people that I don't want to name out here now, because I know they must be ashamed now, because they were saying I'm going to warm the seat and I'm going to be like dummy in Parliament. But I'll prove them wrong, because this is a place of learning. In this world, you have to come. If you persevere, you push, then you'll be out there. So when I came, it was not easy. In fact, the award of symbols was another tussle. You have to go through, through various committees. They call it primary elections, wherein the sections will come together. You have to spend money there again. And the problem of us coming to Parliament, if you don't have money, don't even try it. If you are not strong, don't try it. Well, I never had money that during that time, but the only thing was I normally go to my constituency. I do some small projects, and I normally talk to women, try to bring them together, cajole the men, and that is how it happened. And during that time, there were about 4 men whom I contested alongside with, and the primaries, there were 320 delegates. That time I had 226 votes. It was the first time that a woman ever vied for that position. And the support was there immensely. You know, they had wanted to try a woman. Although some people were pulling us here and there. But when I came in 2005 under the PR system. First of all, I came under the PR system in 2005. In the nation, all around the world, we men are longing to be free. No longer in the shadows, forced to stay behind, but side by side in true equality. So sing a song for women everywhere. Let it ring around the world that never cease. So sing a song for women everywhere. Equality, development, and peace.
The Movement for Public Accountability and Development has on Tuesday, 2nd March, held a dialogue session. The Freetown City Council Transparency and Accountability Scoreboard. A dialogue took place at the Santano House, House 8 in Freetown, bringing people from various communities. Zainab Sunkari Kurma now reports.
Making the keynote address, Councillor Abdul Karim Fofana of Ward 445 in Lumley from the Freetown City Council highlighted council achievements since 2018. Councillor Fofana said the Freetown City Council is doing so much in the areas of environment, sanitation, and infrastructural development.
We make use this moment now for telling the areas or what the council don't do from 2018 to 2021 as we speak now presently, because within them signpost that they don't say nothing like developmental project there, whether in a market now, whether in a school now, whether in whatever they do within the municipality. But I think say una self we sit down here, una go agree with me. Why we can out there what we don't do? Una go agree with me and tell me say indeed what is not true or wrong. Now I'm going to take a look at 4 key areas then. I want to look at sanitation, we'll look at education, we'll look at environmental hazard areas then, and look at job creation. We will start from sanitation. From 2018, we will take over administration of Freetown City Council compared to the previous years then, from 2017, 2016, 2015. We just name the sector, etc. We're now going to agree with me, say, the level of improvement in terms of sanitation is quite different compared to the previous administration when they go to the man the affairs of Freetown municipality before even Akisoya and we in food soldiers in the administrative wing who they work together for make sure so we will transform the municipality. So that if you work on a Freetown municipality, everywhere you pass na doti. You're gonna dodge na doti the mass. You're gonna forbid na doti, the drainage they all full with doti. But under this dispensation, we will make sure say sanitation will be priority. Each and every time within the municipality, we will agree with me. People that they sweep in our areas, ISO areas, I'm not saying hilly areas, but the ISO areas, people that they sweep within the municipality.
The head of program at the Movement of Public Accountability and Development, MOMPAD, Donald Amara Ngobu, making his presentation, said the scorecard was born out of project funding by the no-state actors, component of the Ministry of Finance supported by the World Bank. He said the project promotes transparency, accountability, and participation in council.
In a MOMPAD, Movement for Public Accountability and Development, we are a non-state actors wherein we dey for check the state actors them about their excesses more in the area of PFM, right? The public financial management. We get other areas that we look at. We look at educational rights of a child. We also look at women's rights, right? We also look at so many other things that we relate to finance and accountability stuff. We as a movement, we be done work with these 2 councils and other councils in the district. But like 2 years back we get a project weighing on taxation. We'll be able to help these two councils and for mobilize revenue generation. We yield dividends as be witnessed by themselves, where they've been talking publicly say we drive, they help them for them to get money more than waiting that they don't get before. So this time around we look at and say we cannot only be helping the council for generate money, but we also they make sure say we check certain things that way they do for let them be accountable to the people them, because the money where they get not to their own, not give them money because they pay the taxpayers.
Mr. Ngobu said that there is every need for councils to open their books and to allow for more participation of the people. He called on the Freetown City Council to always engage the people, noting that this is the only way people will be able to support council activity. Compiled by Maya Mashekma Tumansaye, reporting for Star TV News, I am Zainab Sunkai Kuruma.
Lake Construction, an essential service provider, Sierra Leone Limited, the first essential home and service delivery in the country, as on Wednesday, 3rd March, engaged members of the press at the Alliance and Hall aimed at popularizing the aims and objectives of the company to the wider public. Elizabeth Kagbo takes up the story.
According to Alhaji K. Tarawali, the executive director of Lake Construction, an essential service provider, explained to journalists about the first ever essential home and office service delivery in Sierra Leone. He said, Lake Construction, an essential service provider, engages in all aspects of construction, large, medium, and small scale, in private homes and businesses of all kinds.
First time in the history of this country, we'll be launching the first ever essential home and office service delivery. The objective is to solve the problem of culture and maintenance, to provide a digital means of access to Sierra Leoneans so they're able to maintain their homes and offices. Then secondly, we'll also be providing an employment opportunity for close to 250 labor skilled workforce in Sierra Leone. This is happening under COVID, very unprecedented. And within the next few years, we also expect this number to rise to 500 to even 1,000 of labor skills workforce. This services is obtainable in Ghana, in Nigeria, in most European countries across the world. So that is the objective of coming here today, to launch the first ever essential home and office service delivery that will also incorporate construction, both at medium, small. Working towards it for over 2 years. We did not rush because of social media hype, so okay, we'll just come down for hype and everything. So for 2 years we've been planning towards this. Capacity, finance is always difficult for every other businesses across the globe. But sometimes you have to be very much determined, committed to fulfill those dreams, to pursue your objective as a company. So together with my team, we're very much resilient and determined towards this. So what we're doing, we're going to operate an Uber system, the Uber transport in Ghana and those other African and European countries. So we're going to contracting-based system. We're going to contract the labor skill force. We're not going to give them like direct employment facilities, but like for example, if you have a mason, a plumber in Calbaton, Waterloo, wherever you are, all you need to do is to come and register with Lake Construction. We build your profile. We give you an access for mobile communications. We create a communication system that will be able to access you at any point in time. So when we have a job, all we need to do is to just call you. It depends on the distance. You come to the office, fill the form, get our protection gear, and go to the places that will be called for you to go and do that job. But also, there have been few numbers of people that will be contractors and staff. But majority, 90% will be put on a indirect way of contracting, just like Uber system.
We see you talking, correcting, and I'm so happy for this initiative we come up with. Just as I say, we don't face a lot of problem with work, especially confidence. People they give you work not get confidence in we. Then they fear because of their past experience where they don't get with past colleagues, workers them. But I believe this is now a very good start for we. For with this kind of thing we Lake Production don't do, I believe it will bring a lot of confidence within we. The only thing I just plead to we the workers them, we all come together, we work as a team with we CEO, so that we're able to push this thing go forward. Now this is not the first Sierra Leonean initiative we don't ever get in this country. So it's up to we for let we all on to one, like we own, because we know we say now other person get them now Salomon you, so now we all own.
For Star Television News, Elizabeth Kagbo reporting.
You're still watching the national news here on Star Television Network on Channel 21 with me, Hassan Kouma. The Deputy Minister of Information and Communications, Mamadi Gube Kamara, during the signing of the Book of Condolence for Christo O.M. Johnson on Tuesday 2nd March at the Harry Ansane Hall, SLAD office in Freetown, described the late Christo Johnson as humble and one that builds himself in an enriching legacy in the field of journalism. She called on SLAD members to always work towards leaving a good legacy that will be remembered. Zainab Sunkari takes up the story.
The veteran journalist, Christopher Onesimus Mark Johnson, was a founding member of both the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists and the Veteran Journalists Union. At the signing of the Book of Condolence, a number of revived media gurus, including the president of Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, Ahmed Said Nasrallah, Commissioner Kondoyema, Ibrahim Isa Kamara, and son of the deceased, Frederick Mark Johnson, paid glowing tribute to the late man. The Deputy Minister of Information and Communication, Mamadi Gube Kamara, remarked that members of the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists should always work towards leaving a good legacy that's worth remembering.
I'm one of you, and of course, Christo is a great man, and it is but right that I say a few words, at a ceremony like this. A lot has been said about Christo Johnson by the various speakers, and I want to quickly say that Mr. Johnson, like we all know, is my experience with him, dealing with him over the past, has been one of great respect for one another. Christo will be quick to tell you what you have done right and what you did not do so right. So he's a very forthright man, a very, like everybody says, he's a very straightforward person that will speak to you and say things to you the way he sees them. Mr. Johnson has done his bit. He's a towering figure in the field of journalism, and he has done his bit in mentoring a lot of young journalists that are sitting around this hall, and some of whom are not here today. He continues to leave an indelible mark in the hearts and minds of all of us seated here, because I'm sure in our interactions with him, we all have our personal experiences, dealing with this man. I remember there was a SLAD AGM in Makeni, and he was in the company of another VEG member, JWD, and I jokingly said to them, Mr. Johnson, as they don't allow JWD to contaminate you.
Christo Johnson, as he was commonly known, was a humble man who built himself an enriching legacy in the field of journalism. Reporting for Star TV News, this is an...
Rounding up the national news, let's now turn our attention to sports. The Inspector General of the Sierra Leone Police, Michael Suvula, has called on the police football team to represent the institution as a team and not as a group. The team is currently in the SLFA National Playoff in Freetown. Hilton John takes up the story.
Ansi Hassan, welcome to the Sports News. Now, the Inspector General of the Sierra Leone Police, Michael Hambu Sovula, has called on the Sierra Leone Police mid-side, who are one of the qualifiers in the 2021 National Playoff organized by the Sierra Leone Football Association, to play as a team, not as individuals. It could be reckoned that this is the third time the Sierra Leone Police mid-side are in the playoff stage, having failed to qualify for the Premier League. He made this statement at the headquarters of the Sierra Leone Police, Sheikh Stephen Street. The team has left Freetown for Kono as a early preparation ahead of their upcoming games. Isabella Stanley tells us more.
I'll continue to give my unflinching support to the development of sport in the Sierra Leone Police. That was the words of encouragement by the IG of our noble institution, Michael Ambrose Sovula, to the ever-ready Sierra Leone Police male side, who are one of the seeded teams in the Sierra Leone Football 2021 playoffs. The Inspector General of Police encouraged the team to demonstrate commitment and determination in the upcoming games. The team will depart Freetown for Kono on Wednesday, 3rd March 2021, to honor their upcoming games in the qualifying series.
You are going to represent the Sierra Leone Police in the elimination series. I'm too sure You want to go to Premier. You want to leave Division 1 to go to Premier. Well, your destiny is at your hands. You have to play as a team, not as a group. A group will not win any given situation. A team will win because together we can. Don't play selfish game because I want to be named, I want to be renowned, I want to be seen as the best player. If your business is to cross the ball to another person to give you team victory, cross it. As policemen, yes, people say our business is to protect life and property. But we are human beings too. We have to participate in sporting activities. In fact, we are the highest trained sport event activity personnel in the ground. So go with a mindset of we are going to win. Knock, it shall be open. Seek, you can find it. And ask, it shall be given to you. I leave you with those words. Go and ask for that position, you will get it. Go and seek for it, you will get it. Go and knock the door for it to be open to get it. Then you receive it and bring it back to Sierra.
The technical team has selected 30-man squad that will be useful for the contest.
On behalf of the technical staff, I want to say thank very much to you because of your support, because this is what we are looking for. We need support from the head. So if you have the support, that is, we will fight very hard to make sure that we qualify to the Premier level. So we want to assure you, on behalf of the technical staff, as coaching staff, that this time we are going to make it. We are going to the Premier. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Meanwhile, the preliminary matches are ongoing across the country to get the finalists that will join the group stages of the Sierra Leone Football Association Playoffs 2021. For Star TV Sports in Freetown, I am Isabella Stanley.
We wish the Sierra Leone Police all the best in this year's national playoff. They are one of the longest serving teams in the First Division League, having failed to qualify for the Premier League in the past qualifiers. The deputy chairman of the team, who is Inspector Philip Amara, is optimistic that things will be better this year for Sierra Leone Police. Still on the national playoff, Kisii All-Stars eliminated the side called Yamak in the second leg at the Sheikh Stephen Stadium. Kisii All-Stars was the better team of the day. They succeeded 2-0. According to Paul Cabo, who is the captain for Yamak Football Club, they were unlucky to secure a win. Here's a highlight of the match.
Well, I feel bad actually. I'm down right now. Really down.
What do you think says once why you are not able to make out to the second phase?
We are not lucky.
So what next for you guys? You're out of the playoff.
We are going on to settle what will happen.
Well, I feel good, I feel happy. We don't have the first time in this playoff, and I'm ready for that. We are on to the next stage.
You expect someone to win to this game?
Yes, I expect that.
The first leg we ended 1-1. You as a captain, what did you say to your players then?
Yeah, because the last game will be 1-1. I don't be fortunate for start, but some team will come up to the coach and make them bench me, and I decide for second half, put more effort to find an equalizing goal. Make and go, and today the coach and see waiting I performed at the I took a ministry in the second half today, then decided to start me.
So now that I don't go to the group stage, what do people have expect from us as a team?
Well, I'm more support. Like we the player, they will believe we self and they will be determined. I left to the fans more and the management to put more effort towards the player there.
And also in the eastern part of the country, we saw a state contractor eliminate Loha FC after a nil won the first leg at the Sheikh Stephen Stadium, and the second leg we saw a state contractor. We are the better team of the day. They succeeded 1 nil. So the national playoff proper will commence on the 6th of this month. Those who are fit and ready will book the ticket to the Premier League. So that's all for sports. First to the news, which all the qualifiers, all the best that are departing Freetown to the southern region. The other teams that will be moving out to the eastern region will reach them safely.
Many thanks to our sports reporter Elton John for putting that sports report together. This is all we have time for in our national news here on Star Television Network on Channel 21 with me, Hassan Kuroma. Thanks for watching and we'll stay with us for the very best.